Welcome back, VC. Mark here. Welcome to the first installment of my 7-inch single series. I'm going to start out with just the sleeves, how I store them, a couple stories of how I acquired a bunch. So it's getting to the point where the flea market season is going to start again, usually the first week in May. I'm terribly excited to get back out there. A couple seasons ago, I met this gentleman at one of the flea markets. I was looking through one of the vendors' 7-inch singles, and he came up to me, introduced himself, just kind of some small talk, and invited me up to his house. He said he had a bunch of sleeves that he was looking to let go of. He lives about 100 miles away from me, so it's quite a trip. So long story short, we set up a time, and I made my way over to his house with a friend of mine. He lives in a kind of a secluded area up a really steep incline, and then his house kind of sits on the side of a cliff, and it is a kind of a split level ranch. So we got there, and he invited us in, and the first thing that really stood out was just how filthy his house was. I wouldn't say it's a hoarder's house, but definitely had some quite a bit of deferred maintenance on the inside and the out. So we went in, and to the left is kind of his garage, and to the right there was a room, and it was filled with 12-inch records, just case after case, boxes on the floor. The records that were in the cases were really nice. Majority of them were a lot of 50s rock, a lot of jazz. He was not looking to let go of any of those. Believe me, I tried. And then we kind of went upstairs and just kind of went into this room, and he brought out, one box at a time, and I was into 7-inch sleeves, and my friend was looking for some, let's say, doo-wop harmony, not necessarily sleeves alone, but also just the vinyl itself, the actual 7-inch record. So we spent a few hours, and he was only asking $2 for each sleeve, and the sleeves were just in immaculate shape. I'll show you some of them within this video. But I asked him, I said, these are in perfect condition. Did these come, with the actual record itself? Because if you have the record, I would, be interested in buying the record too. He's like, no, I always separate them. I have the records, but they're either downstairs or I have another house in the city, etc., etc. And I said, well, that's fine. We can, I'm happy to make my way over there with you, or, go down and dig. So I went down, and I could not find the records. It's just kind of strange that the record and the sleeve got separated because they're in such pristine condition. And I've been to his house now 3 times, and I really cannot get a straight answer out of him in regards to where the vinyl is, which is fine. If I find a beautiful sleeve, I will eventually find the record, and I'll marry the two. But he's just kind of an unusual character, but very nice. I know I will see him again when the flea market starts, so we'll see what he acquired over the winter time. Anyway, as I've been entering my collection into Discogs, I have been marrying some of the records with the sleeves, but it is quite a process. So first off, I'm just going to show you kind of a sleeve here. And then I keep it in of course, a plastic sleeve, and then I use a manila folder. So I will just grab just your standard manila folder, measure it, cut it with this paper cutter, and they really serve as an excellent support for the picture sleeve. They work beautifully, and you never have to worry about the sleeve bending or creasing, and they're just great for storing the sleeves. I also collect these little boxes here. I collect the larger crates for my 12-inch records, and then these small ones for the 7-inch singles as well. But I'll get more into how I store the records as we get deeper into the series. I thought it would be fun just to go through a handful of random sleeves. We'll start out with this Devo sleeve. They always had the most exquisite artwork on their albums. This is for A Beautiful World. I'm going to take it out. Number 1 for the glare and number 2 so I can show you both sides. And I won't speak too much about the single. This is mainly to show you the artwork and to kind of discuss the sleeve, the art direction. The next one is by Tracy Chapman. This is off her debut album, Talking About a Revolution. Great, great song. Really nice single. The B-side is Behind the Wall. Another great track from that album. Classic Michael Jackson. Bad, title track off of the album. Next one is Misery by Soul Asylum. This one's by Cinderella, Coming Home. Take Me Back is the B-side. Classic 80s rock, hair metal, whatever you want to call it. This is really a beautiful sleeve. I love the art direction. I love the song. This is a cover of a Lou Reed song, Sweet Jane by the Cowboy Junkies. B-side is 200 More Miles. Just a beautiful sleeve. Talk Dirty to Me. Classic Poison. I actually love this sleeve. This is Simon and Garfunkel as solo artists. They feature one song by each of them on each side of the single. What a great sleeve. Look at that. And they're featuring both of their albums, Ragdoll by Art Garfunkel and You're Kind by Paul Simon. All right, talk about a classic sleeve. Time Is on My Side, the Rolling Stones. Look at how young they were. Look at how young Keith looks. Just an amazing sleeve. This is on London. Congratulations is the B-side. Same on both sides. Next one is Panama, Van Halen. This is when spandex was king. This is another classic by the Stones, Let's Spend the Night Together and Ruby Tuesday. A double A single, definitely. Look at that 79-cent price tag hiding up there. Another great one by the Stones, Get Off of My Cloud. One of my favorite Paul Simon albums, Graceland. I didn't realize there were so many Rolling Stones singles here. She's So Cold, classic logo. Send It To Me is the B-side. Bringing On the Heartbreak, Def Leppard. Me and My Wine, and that's the remix on side 2. Bunch of my favorite musicians all together. This is the Traveling Wilburys, Handle with Care. Margarita is the B-side. This is another single from Graceland, and this one is not so common. This is The Boy in the Bubble. This is the remix. The next one is by Tears for Fears, Mother's Talk. B-side is Sea Song. It's a great sleeve with Keith Haring art, Someone Like You, Sylvester. It's kind of a rare one. Okay, another one by the Stones, Honky Tonk Woman. Look at Mick. He has a look on his face like, maybe not. Maybe I'll pass on this. The next one is by Chuck Jackson, Tell Him I'm Not Home. B-side is Lonely Am I. And then the last one is by New Order, Round and Round. This is some interesting art. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in. Just wanted to give you a taste of what's to come. I have a massive 7-inch collection, lots of Northern soul, lots of rock, lots of everything. The next video, I think I'll just continue with a bunch more sleeves. Then once I get through that box, we'll go into some of the 7-inch singles themselves. Probably about 75% of my collection is made up of white label promos. I collect the little cases. Just so much to show you. So really looking forward to it. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Stay safe.